Welcome YouTubers, Speedster Johnny here. It's been a while since I made a video, and I guess I've been busy or lazy or some combination of those two things. But anyway, it's a nice day for a ride. It's a little bit on the hot side. If it's not 90 yet, it will be soon, and that makes for some less than perfect riding. Sure, I'm waiting for those cooler fall days, high temperatures like maybe 75. Oh yeah, that would be nice. We don't have that right now, but I'm doing as well as I can without it. Wearing the Bon Armor shirt, which gives me some level of protection, the shoulders, elbows, and back. Not as good as a Joe Rocket jacket or leathers or something like that, but at least I'm not in just my t-shirt, which of course I have underneath. I'm going to be taking off on what has become a fairly familiar route to me, and not doing any real exploring, which probably would be more fun, but I think I'd like to pick a better day for that. The fall days I mentioned a few seconds ago, that would be great. I read recently that Atlanta is called the Tree City, and I guess for pretty good reason. Although we're not actually in Atlanta, we're about 17 miles west, out of the madness and the crazy traffic to only the mildly crazy traffic around here. I swear, I think some of these drivers are former kamikaze pilots or kamikaze pilot wannabes, because they drive like their life depends on it. Or perhaps maybe losing their life depends on it. I'm not sure exactly which. I was reminded by some former neighbors about the dangers of the traffic here. It was one thing that they were really glad to get away from when they moved to Tennessee. And I've become fully aware that they were absolutely right about that. A little bit of a problem on this ride. A couple of the settings on my camera weren't right. Number one, I had the audio record turned off, obviously. That's why you're not hearing any engine sounds or wind noise or anything like that. And secondly, I didn't have the image stabilization turned on. Now I know the motorcycle moves up and down a little bit, but the road is supposed to stay pretty steady on the horizon. It's not too bad, but the image stabilization on the camera works quite well. I've owned a bunch of different cameras, and this particular camera, the Picasso Brave 7, is probably the best one I've had so far, at least in terms of the picture quality. The sound quality, maybe not quite as good as what I was expecting, and there's been a lot of chatter about that on the internet. I have one of the later versions, so I understand it's probably better than some of the earlier ones. I'm going to try a trick I learned from another motovlogger, in that I'm going to put the microphone inside my helmet, so it should be pretty well shielded from the wind noise, but still pick up maybe some engine sound and my groaning and swearing or whatever I happen to be doing at any particular moment. We'll see how that goes. Somewhere along the ride here, and I don't know if it's going to be included in this video or not, I'm pretty sure it isn't, in somebody's yard is what looks to be a Piper Cherokee aircraft. And this thing is so dirty and so corroded, it looks like it was somebody's project that they never got the time to start or finish. It doesn't appear to have any physical damage to it, but I imagine it's a major amount of corrosion from what I would gather, being out in the elements for so long. I know well about projects that you start and don't finish. My BSA is certainly an example of that. I tried to kick it through a few times. I'm still not getting any spark, and I think it's probably because there's a bad diode. But on top of that, because it had sat for so long, I think it's wet sumped. And when I tried to kick it through, moving the chain case around in there actually broke a seal, and I started leaking oil like mad. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to tear that back down again. Ugh. I'm glad I've got another gasket, but not the most pleasant job in the world, that's for sure. So how's your summer going? Hopefully it's bearable in terms of the heat and humidity. I'm constantly wondering about one of my friends from Texas who is dealing with heat that's a whole lot worse than what we're having here. And there's other places in the country too. The Heartland, I guess, is dealing with some 100+ degree temperatures, and other places as well. And lakes are drying up, wildfires are going like crazy, and you just wonder what's going on here. And is it going to get better or is it going to get worse? I like to be a realist and say, well, it may get a little worse, but we'll see. Hopefully you're surviving the heat, staying cool, well hydrated, and getting out and riding in spite of what the weather might be doing. In one of my near future videos, I'm going to try to include a little drone footage. Now, I don't have a high-end drone. I have one that's called a Holy Stone, and cost under $100. And it's a good thing because I flew my first one into the trees and was not able to retrieve it. But I also found out with a short burst of flying this afternoon that I need more practice, and which also means I need an open field, which I was not in. Some folks have included drone footage in their videos to good effect, and it adds a certain level of interest that may not be there. But anyway, it's fun, and it's a challenge. Need good eye-hand coordination, which I'm not sure I'm that good at. But anyway, it's good being out here, good riding, and I hope you all are having fun and riding safe. With that, Speedster Johnny's out.